Startup healthcare. So this is a tricky question. You know, many startups don't even have the money in the earliest stages to do anything. So sort of like step one might be like an expense reimbursement to help subsidize whatever plan, reimburse, insurance premiums might be like the step one, right? Before there's the ability to have a plan. And actually that might be an approach that holds for a certain period of time. Then you get to like, okay, but what's the next level? What can you do when you go beyond that? What we found has worked is a version of what's called a self-funded plan. It's a self-funded insurance plan with a stop loss. So this is complicated, but what it basically is an insurance plan. Imagine an insurance plan that's like a high deductible plan for the company itself. And so the first $10,000 or $15,000 in insurance expenses, and the limits can vary based on the size of the company, but for like a smaller company, it would be something like that. Those expenses will actually come directly from the premiums that are paid in by all of the employees. Or if the losses go beyond the premiums, then those come out of the employer's pocket directly. And then once you get past that level, then the employer's own stop loss, essentially high deductible plan, kicks in and covers for expenses beyond that. So why would you get a self-funded insurance plan as opposed to just going, with your insurance broker and finding whatever options are available? The answer is because it can save you a lot of money. We found that these plans were about half the cost of traditional insurance plans. Just like high deductible plans are cheaper than traditional low deductible copay oriented plans. These kinds of plans are the same version of a high deductible plan, but for the company itself. So that's one aspect, and then the other aspect of that is that we did, the actual insurance plan that the employee saw was a high deductible, and here I mean quite high deductible. People will feel like, oh man, that's like just as crappy as like the crappiest ACA plan or something. They would be like $5,000, $6,000, even higher dollar deductibles. High deductible HSA plans, and this is the important wrinkle, because it's a high deductible HSA plan where the employer, so the startup, funds the HSA. So we found this to be tremendously popular with employees and more cost effective for the company. So you're putting in our case, we were putting in pretty substantial funding into the HSA, something like $5,000, $6,000 a year. So that's money that the employee, if they do end up having health issues, that can go directly toward their health care, and that can offset the fact that they have a high deductible. It basically covers the deductible. So it's actually just as good as a fancier plan that you might spend a heck of a lot more money from an insurance premium perspective on. But if they stay healthy and they're lucky enough to not have any problems, then all of that money can be invested and stays as a long-term asset for them. And so it really becomes a form of tax-free compensation, which employees tend to like.